So this is the general shithole area, but everything's closed today. It's a 4-day holiday, I think. Nothing's open again until Monday. There's only a bakery over the road and a fucking chicken place with shit chicken I've just had to eat, 'cause that's all there is. Just where those lights are. You don't want to walk too fast, it's going to be dark any minute. You can see all the fucking rubbish down here, look. Right at the pavement. There's an old fucking poor old drunk cunt who's fallen over down there, and the police are just looking, and when I walked past the police they just went, he's an alcoholic. So, and then another guy lying in the street. But if it wasn't for the buildings, you've got to imagine that hill reminds me, it's very similar, like a lot of Central America. It's these types of hills in the backgrounds with the jungle on the top and the cloud, low sort of cloud where it's all the moisture. Very much like, obviously look very much like Copan. So sun setting over in the west. Fucking bus place right opposite. So I mean, I knew it was a shitty area from the things, but you know, it's just get the vibe, like people say. The woman just said, no, after dark you don't go walking around. But I've got my balcony view. Look, there's my balcony. Wow. Look, you can fit a plant pot on it, but at least I can sit on my fucking bed here and fucking smoke my pipe and just lean out and fucking watch what happens in this bakery. See, if there's anyone around at this time of night, because there's a police station literally on the next block, so it should actually be secure as fuck. And there's about 7 police bikes. Fucking five abreast and 2 behind, just fucking driving around. Look at this poor cunt fucking rummaging through the bins, look. What a fucking humans are reduced to. Fucking bin rummager, for fuck's sake. Trouble with places like these, you gotta fucking watch who sees you, in case they fucking see where you are and then decide to fucking follow you or shit like that. Fucking big black dude, about fucking 6'3" by the look of it. Fucking digging through the fucking rubbish, man, for a bit of food. It's fucking tragic, isn't it? Almost as tragic as the price of this fucking shit hotel at $33 fucking dollars. Fucking single bed, look. Fucking joke. Right, you can get same places like this for fucking 20, so it may as well have been a shit room in the centre of town, which is still dodgy at night anyway. Oh, look, this poor cunt's fucking come back for more fucking dead fruit, look. Must be fucking starving. Or a fucking druggie, or both. Fucking tragic. Yeah, not a good start. Just getting into the fucking country, I had to buy a fucking ticket to get out. Fucking paying up the arse, Garv. Don't know what's going on, mate. Fuck. It's got a bathroom and a shower. I don't know if the water's hot yet. I didn't even fucking check. So this is a central sort of main plaza area, about 10-minute walk from my hotel, but I want to get something closer. The problem, which I was told by the taxi driver yesterday, is a lot of the shops are shut because it's a 4-day holiday until Sunday. Sun's bright. So we'll continue to walk up through the centre of town. I mean, there's quite a few people wandering around, but there's a few homeless in doorways, probably Venezuelans. But although I'm sure it's safe, because of that initial fucking chat with the drivers who just said, don't go after dark, and don't go out after dark, then I just don't feel particularly happy about being here, because I hate feeling trapped. I haven't felt like been told that since South Africa in 2007 in Cape Town. Don't go out alone as after dark, fear of getting fucking mugged or robbed, whatever. But I'm just keeping an eye out for hotels that I can just pop in and have a chat to and have a look at the rooms first, and see what they're like, because I'm paying $34 a night for that room that I'm in, And you know, it should only be a $20 room. I mean, there was hot water in it, but it was so fucking piss weak you couldn't even get your whole body wet. So you know, it's just not happy at all with that room, especially for that money. You know, that's almost 3 times the price I pay in Iquitos. Right, you don't need hot water in Iquitos, but even so. So anyway, continue walking up towards the general area of the market, but it's just not looking good for the next couple of days here, because everywhere is closed. I mean, you know, probably most wouldn't open till 7, maybe 8 in the morning, but it just makes it look horrible as well, with all the shops with shutters down. It's like it's a fucking town in demise, you know, which it isn't. But trust me to fucking come right at the start of a 4-day holiday, national holiday. A lot of buses seem to be taking people out of town as well, probably for that reason. Because it's Easter, I suppose, isn't it? I'm guessing. So I'm going to rename my channel to Steve's Whinge channel. Whinge Travel channel. The Whinges Travel channel, because I'm good at that. But so far, it hasn't been a great start to San Jose or Costa Rica in general for various reasons. But pretty much, the main thing is obviously it's too pricey for what it's actually worth. Hotel rooms particularly, where they think they can get off charging $34 after tax are added to the one I'm just moved to, because it's slightly better and I feel a lot more comfortable. It's not far from this square. Because I didn't like the area at all, as you saw in the video. If I no, I won't put that up. There's guys digging through fucking dustbins and eating food out of fucking rubbish on the street. So, you know, there obviously is a major sort of rich-poor divide, even though Costa Rica is supposed to be, you know, follow this 20-60-20 rule, whereas 60% of the population are middle class, 20% are rich and 20% are poor. But, you know, there's a lot of dodgy fucking people walking around Costa Rica in the mornings when they haven't, you know, they're either slept in the street. It's not pleasant. And I was here at 7 o'clock this morning, and of course everywhere is closed because it's Easter. Although a few more shops have opened now that it's about, I don't know, 11 o'clock midday, so at least there's a few more people walking around. Tomorrow is supposed, it will be a normal Saturday, everything will be open, so that was at least good, because I was thinking of moving. Just literally getting on a bus, found out where the bus station were, talking to the police, or some woman in a shop, and 7:10 bus station, you can get a bus for a couple of hours to get to the beach, Haku. But I'll probably do that on Sunday now, because I got a taxi driver. That fucked me off, because they're a nice guy, he fucking drove me all around the fucking houses saying it's all about the one-way system. So just to literally go from where I picked him up, the half mile to my hotel, pick up my stuff and come back, it ended up being like fucking an hour all told to go in there, because there was fucking all over the place. The streets in Costa Rica, in San Jose, they're like every 50 yards, grids, they're just fucking red lights, and you have to stop. And even though there's no traffic, you have to stop at every one, and there's not even any traffic here today because it's a holiday. So fuck knows what it's like under normal conditions when there's thousands of cars driving around, because you wouldn't get anywhere. So you're better off walking. But you know, I need Google Maps. I don't have a SIM, so I've managed to pick up a SIM, but I can't activate it because the girl didn't speak English, and when it's dealing with whatever you need to do, you know, I can't. My Spanish isn't good enough to fucking activate the SIM over the phone in Spanish. So it's just loads of things that have just added up to make things difficult, let's put it that way. You know, from the moment I arrived, where you have to buy a ticket to get out, I had to buy a 160 quid plane flight to Panama in 3 months' time just to be able to get through customs. You know, and I read an article last night about tourism dropping off, because obviously the rest of the world's really hitting hard times at the moment too, and if Costa Rica doesn't change its ways, and this is basically what the article was saying, because the government's, you know, hiking up, the colon is really strong against the dollar, because of what the banks are doing or whatever fucking shit, and this is affecting tourism. But they've got to change their hotels, because you're paying $40 US dollars a night for a fucking shit room. I mean, you know, the same room in Iquitos you could get for $15. You know, I mean, pretty much. It's the same thing except for hot water, which you don't need in Iquitos anyway because it's too fucking hot. You want a cold shower. But here, like last night when it got a bit cool, I wanted a hot shower and it was just a dribble. It barely covered your body, and then that fucks you off because you're tired. And then the noise from the road. And that's another reason why I moved. There were fucking huge trucks. There was fucking ambulances going up and down. I mean, this is in the centre of town. It's only a block away from here, my next hotel. I'll show it, but it was worth paying the extra fucking $6 and pay $40 a night for what's available, because nearly everywhere is closed today. The only really decent hotel is Talamanca, I think, which I saw. I checked already, but I saw it. I walked past it, but they want $76 a night. It's like, fuck off, you know, just because it's like one of the best hotels right near the centre. But anyway, the main market will be open tomorrow, according to the police. It's a normal day, so at least I won't have to go through 4 days and wait till Monday until this area is back to normal, because I was already considering just getting on a bus and going to the beach, but then that would be packed because obviously everyone's on holidays, so they've all gone there, so you'd have trouble getting a hotel. At least I would have been in a decent area. So anyway, at least, you know, all this type of stuff that's open today will be KFC, all that kind of shit. And I just get fucking sick of, you know, just getting money out of the bank and you get two people asking you for money. And that's not unusual in any of these countries. There's always poor people fucking hanging around. But I don't know how many of these people are immigrants. And of course it's going to get worse, because now that Trump's really clamping down on the borders, all that backlog of people who are trying to get across into the States, they're going to have to be coming back. All the Venezuelans or whoever, the bulk of the immigrants or fucking people from the rest of the world that were trying to get into America, and now they can't get in. They're all going to start filtering back through countries like these and come into the cities to beg and sleep on the streets. But you know, according to the police, the central area is fine to walk around. There shouldn't be any problems, even at night, they reckon, because I mean, it is heavily policed in here. But that back road, I mean, it's not far from here. It's only, you know, it's like one of these places you only need to walk half a mile, and you know, it could be a fucking slightly dodgy area. So I'm still holding the phone tight. Still don't know. Still thinking of any fucking cycle past me and try and fucking grab your phone, and I just don't need any fucking problems, any more hassle at the minute. So here's I said, you know, fuck all's open. And I just had my first local meal. Well, that wasn't anything to write home about. That's just cost me $5,100, which is $11. So I just tipped over $10. And all it was rice and beans, a really nice chicken leg, to be fair. You know, big, well cooked, in some juice with platano pieces, served on a fucking banana leaf. Nothing to write home about, but it's one of the only few places that was open. The taxi driver took me to for authentic Costa Rican food. So far, really not impressed with what I've seen. There's a lot of rubbish. It's just so many fucking dodgy people walking around. You don't know, but maybe it'll get better. And of course, we've even got some dodgy Roman legionnaires fucking wandering around. Yeah, they're dodgy, alright. They've just fucking kidnapped Jesus. They've just arrested Jesus, and they're probably going to crucify him for Easter Day. And I cannot remember what fucking Easter is in Spanish. It's bothering the fuck out of me. So, anyway, I don't think I'd ever have to be running a fucking travel channel. The miserable channel guide of YouTube. So anyway, that'll do for now, and I'll send it off when I get back to the hotel. This is the sort of shit I've had today from more than one people. Get these types of fucking people. Fucking demon-ridden as far as I'm concerned, but been hassled by, I've seen a few walking around, they fucking hassle you just because they're getting hassled. They're asking me to help them, and it's like, fuck off, I don't know who the fuck you are, and don't know what you are, to be perfectly fucking honest. So, yeah, fucking San Jose at the minute. Fuck. Alright, so these are the main reasons. I mean, you know, I moved because you always got to get your bearings in a city like San Jose, which is obviously a bit fucking dodgy, or can be. There's the main square. KFC will be open, but this restaurant right here, I just asked the guy there, that's open till 10 o'clock tonight. So my hotel is that one right there. So this is where I wanted to be. You know, as close as possible to the main square, where it's well policed. For the sake of an extra $6, pay the fucking $40. But I'll show you what you get in this hotel. Bear in mind, there's no water. You know, my hotel in Iquitos, which is Hotel Alouca, if you ever go. Or Augusto speaks English. He's a lovely, lovely guy and a good friend of mine, as well as Andy on the reception. They've just been wonderful to me the last few months. So much help, great conversations, and you know, for what cost me £12.50 or $15 a night there, they've got a water fountain that's hot water, so you can get, you know, take a cup of water for your chamomile tea at night or whatever, just at the bottom of the stairs. All right, it's not the nicest room, cold shower, but that's Iquitos. This one has actually got a good shower. I've checked it already, and it's hot. There's taxis right out the front if you do need to go somewhere and want to be safe, which is why I went around for a fucking hour, dragged around for an hour. It cost me $10 just to, you know, move my bag from my other hotel in this shitty area where the traffic was so loud. Fucking where the scavenger guy in the street was. When everything's open, there's a, you know, because I'm right on the square, it's fine. So what I've got to do today is ask the girl on reception to try and phone, whether she will or not, try and phone Claro for me with the number that I got from the SIM card, try and activate that, because obviously I need that for Google Maps to be able to get around the place. So I'll show you the room when I get up there. So this is what you get for $40 a night. You don't get Sky or fuck all, it's just a basic television, which I haven't even tried yet. Bathroom. You know, you could find something not quite as good as this, but for 3 to 4 times less money in Iquitos, but there is hot water and it's a good shower. Fair enough. But like I said, there's nothing else. You've got a main road, which if you open this window, which doesn't even close properly, there is traffic. So how busy it's going to be on tonight and tomorrow on a Saturday, whether I'll still be here or not, I don't know. So it's not like, you know, got a view, but I'm right on the square. That's the main thing. So the other things, you know, turn the fan noise off. Right, managed to get some things done today. Girl in the hotel, got the SIM sorted out. That's hot. So I've got everything bare minimum fucking set up, but it's not a pleasant experience so far. It really isn't. So just come into this panaderia. These are the only things that are open today because of Pascua, Easter. Although there are a few more shops that have opened up, and all of the usual junk chains like McDonald's and fucking Pizza Hut, they're open. But I just wanted a decent coffee, but I'm tired. So anyway, the girl sorted me out my SIM, and then there was luckily a shop on the corner that actually did fucking recharge, so I got a couple of fucking dollars worth of credit on the new SIM card. And just walking around, there are so many fucking single guys just carrying backpacks, selling shit you don't want, fucking asking you, you know, to buy some shit, or just like that guy, there was a guy, just a different level, almost like Mama Ayahuasca warning me, like, fucking demon job, you know, because he just fucking staring at me, because he just stood outside waiting for me to come out. Obviously I was at the till, but because he didn't know I was having a coffee in here, and then he fucked off. But they're not even like, they're just standing there fucking staring at you, you know, waiting for you to come out like some fucking creepy, it's just fucking not pleasant. I'd hate to live and work here as a gringo. I think you'd just be fucking hassled all the time. Just walked out of another fucking bakery near the square. Guy, middle of the pavement, fucking older guy, bastard dude, you know, grey hair. Whole of his bottom of his leg about this distance, just like a whole piece of like whole of the bottom near his ankle, this high, just fucking gone, like he's got fucking necrosis of the skin. Just, you know, it looks like a burn, but it's been completely taken out. Like someone's actually taken a section of his leg, like down to the skin, the lower layers of the skin, and just peeled it off this wide. Okay, so it's that high and this wide. You know, and this guy's just lying in the street, and you're thinking, fuck me, man. You know, this is the state of fucking humanity, man. It's just. I mean, Robbo was right. Oh, this is like, you know, the demise of the West in the 5 years. It's not 5 years. It's nearly not quite 4 yet that I first came to the jungle, but lived obviously a lot of the time in the Quitos. And for all my love-hate relationship with the Quitos, I have to say, you know, when you put it in perspective with places like this that are supposed to be much more modern and well off, the scale of the fucking homelessness and the dodginess, because the Quitos is completely safe. There's nothing fucking dodgy. There are a few dodgy pain in the ass sort of street sellers, but they're not dangerous. These guys, I mean, I know I'm finding my feet. You're bound to feel like this on your first day. You've got to keep your guard up. That's the main thing. But I'm going to start carrying my knife around, put it that way. You know, I bought that jungle knife. That's if it hasn't been removed by customs, of course. I'm going to go back and look in my mochila, my rucksack, and fucking I'm going to carry that around. So I was thinking, fuck it, you know, I'm not going through the hassle of having stuff ripped off of me. And if I have to be like, oh, just you know, cuidado, senor, cuidado, let me get my wallet, and then fucking put my hand in. You've just got a knife to my fucking throat. If I can open that fucking knife, I'll risk it. Fucking slice the cunt's throat before he thinks. Because I'm not getting fucking, because you can get robbed and fucking sliced up anyway. So Christ, I've moaned enough about fucking wanting to be dead half the time. I'm not getting fucking robbed. Have to get everything nicked, go through all that hassle, and be fucking injured as well or something. I'd rather be fucking dead. Fuck it. One thing's for sure, I wouldn't want to live and work here. So I mean, there are plenty of areas, all right, and I'm probably thrown at the deep end, seeing the shitty part of it, because undoubtedly Costa Rica's got so much to offer. It's all over the internet, but it's not as great as just to come here. It's not great so far. I'm not impressed at all with the state of the fucking city, and yet it's policed to fuck, which is good. But street people, they've obviously got no policy for ejecting illegals or homeless or clearing up the streets. They obviously don't give a fuck about that. So, you know, the 20-60-20 rule doesn't seem to fucking stretch those taxes to actually helping people, because then they probably know, like fucking UK as an example, they probably know that if you start making it attractive to fucking immigrants, you just get overwhelmed. So it's best just to put up with the ones that are here, who fucking have to live like shit on the street. I said it's warm enough, they can just get, I mean, I saw a guy literally wrapped in a Hessian sack this morning. You know, it was over his head, over his body, and tied around his fucking throat. And everything fucking looks like a cartel fucking murder. They just left the body in the street. But it's a guy sleeping on the fucking pavement, you know, just with a Hessian sack to keep warm in the night. Let's just talk about the fucking devolution of man. It's just a fucking joke, you know? And it's just everywhere. Except Asia wasn't like this. You'd see, you know, you didn't see, Bangkok wasn't like this. You had a couple of homeless people in the street, but nothing like the scale I've seen so far. I mean, no doubt San Sula in Honduras would probably have been like that, and many of the Central American countries, because obviously there are big problems in them. And in the cities where there's drugs and violence and alcoholism, all the rest of it, it's going to be like it, isn't it? You know? But I didn't expect it in Costa Rica to the degree that it... And I haven't felt worried or unsettled, because that doesn't affect me anymore after all the years of ayahuasca. But it just makes it an unpleasant experience and tiring, because you need to get certain things sorted out and you don't need the extra hassle, you know. So anyway, that's I've done a few videos today and then just thought, oh, fuck it just sounds like me whinging, but I'll put them I'm going to put them all together. I think something to do tonight of just all the little things, and it's not even all of them, but because you forget. And then remember another guy, oh yeah, that's not fucking, oh yeah, the lift in the fucking hotel for your $40 a night, oh yeah, that's not working and I'm on the second floor. You know, and so you got to walk up the stairs with your rucksack. Okay, it's exercise. That's not the point. You're paying for fucking service that it's not actually functional. You know, you're for your $40, and it's just all these little things that add up to make it a negative experience rather than everything just be fine. You know, like even in Lima yesterday. You know, yeah, and see, this is where expectations. You know, I know Lima's dangerous, and I know you've got to be in a good area, so I expect, and I preferred to pay for a $67 hotel room, but at least the square around it was really pleasant. The shops and the cafes and the little markets were fantastic, and it was a safe area, you know. And yeah, it was about a 20-minute drive in minimal traffic to the airport. Really nice hotel, everything fucking worked. Nice breakfast in the morning included. So I ate a whole plate of fucking scrambled eggs just out the lot, you know, before my flight. And yet, so you kind of expect a country that's supposed to be as rich as Costa Rica, which puts all of its money back into the country because it's not paying for armed forces. So it should be really rich. But it's not filtering down to, except for the police presence, but it's not, and there are street cleaners, they keep it sort of reasonably clean, but there's just way too many homeless and street people. And it just doesn't make, and they're all male. You know, they're not families. There's a couple where you might see a couple of kids, but I just haven't seen it. It's all single men with rucksacks from the age of teenagers right the way up to 60. Just homeless, living in the streets. It's fucking tragic, you know, it really is. So this cost me 1,700 colones, which if you double that, that's 34,000. Sorry, 3,400. So you knock the zero, knock 3 decimal places off, $3.40, because there's 500 colones to the dollar. What was it? I bought 90 sunblock spray because I was out in the sun. I'd forgotten my baseball cap, and it was midday, and I thought, oh, fuck, I don't want to get burnt here. I went in a shop, which is where I saw that fucking tranny who was getting a bag search, and then she started. That's why they were talking to me. Fucking great male hairy legs on it, you know. Fucking pair of tits. It's just like. Won't be putting this video. I'll be putting it. See, should be able to say what the fuck you like, but you can, you know, not in Britain, but you know, I don't know. This is where society's come to. It's just tragic, you know. It's fucking tragic. When I think of the era that I grew up in and what I'm living in now, at 61 years of age. Compared to what I grew up in as a kid and a teenager, how the world was then, it's just the fucking total demise of just everything. And I know it's always existed in various parts of the world, you know, but the degree of where it is now with globalization and just the spread of wealth and everyone just being fucking sucked to death for finances and none of it going back to the people, it's all going up. It's just a fucking state. It really is. The cost of everything. I've gone through probably, I took $200 out this morning, I took $100 out at the airport yesterday, paid $160 for the flight just to get through customs, to have a flight to leave. I've spent another $10 on a fucking taxi driving all over the fucking place while I was hungry. First breakfast cost me, that's just cost me, I think I'll have to look in the last video, that was, oh fuck knows, I can't remember. It wasn't even particularly great. Yeah, that was $11. Best part of $11 just for rice and chicken. Fucking prices are absolutely ridiculous in Costa Rica so far. You know, so I've got to get out of town, I suppose. So I'll do tomorrow around with all the shops open here. Go to the supermarket. Sorry, the main market. Try that food in there that's been on other YouTube videos of like authentic stuff. But I know it's not cheap. You know? and probably try and book a bus. If I get up early, I can do all that in the morning. Go to that 7:10 terminal. I'll search that tonight on the internet. See how much a bus is to Haku, the nearest beach. It's supposed to be very pretty according to the taxi driver. Go on the bus for 2 hours, see what I can find out about getting a room there for the Sunday, because it's holidays. It was a 4-day holiday yesterday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so people probably will be coming back tomorrow and then to start work Monday, if that's the way the holiday works. Or maybe they've got Monday off as well. I don't know if it's Easter today and they've got a bank holiday Monday, I don't know. But I think I'd just rather get to somewhere. I mean, what the taxi driver did say, if I wanted to go, just there's various parks and places on the outskirts of town. They're very pretty. So maybe I'll talk to another taxi driver or something. Or maybe ask the girl in the hotel. She's getting a bit more friendly. I've been a pain in the ass, but, well, she should, That's her fucking job. She's got nothing else to do. I don't think there's any other guests. So at least I can have a hot shower, just the little things. So I'm feeling a bit better now. The town's a bit better, certainly much better during the day, but I don't like it in the evening. I mean, here in the centre square, there's still probably going to be a lot of tourists walking around in the evening, and a lot of police, so it's probably fine. But the initial 24 hours, 30 hours has not been pleasant. Delinquencia, mucho. Yeah, there's just talking to this nice taxi driver.
Que acaban de matar a una gente aquí.
¿Cuándo?
Hoy,
Mucho.
ahorita.
Ahorita,
O
hoy.
sea, hace poco mataron 2 aquí.
Este murió. O sea, ¿por qué
Sí,
policía
hoy
está aquí?
Hoy J.
Ajá.
Acaban de matar a su muchacho.
Mataron y hombre este murió.
Ahí,
Hoy.
ahora.
So a guy was killed here today because this area is a shithole. There was a group of fucking dodgy-looking prostitutes on the corner. The guy's saying the people lying in the streets are just selling drugs, and in the last 2 years, it's just gone to pot, literally, and cocaine and everything else. So I'm glad, because I started walking up a road similar to this, and literally in one block, it just looked fucking dodgy. All there is single guy. There's so many single guys all over the place.
Entonces compra tiquete y yo espero para llevarlo. Espera.
Espera.
A ti. Espero. A ti. Aquí tiquete.
Oh, esta estación aquí.
Sí.
Oh, sí, por favor, mantener por... Sí,
okay.
¿Es seguro ahí también o por peligroso también? ¿Es peligroso también en la estación?
Aquí no.
No, ok, bueno. Sí, necesito preguntar por
sí, claro.
por un viaje mañana,
Okay,
no sé tiempo, pero sí.
Vamos.
Ok, 5 minutos
yo
para
espera,
preguntar y pagar.
Yo espera.
Okay, gracias, señor. Momento. So he's going to wait for me for a minute. Están prostitutas ahí y personas vendiendo drogas, ¿no?
Zona roja.
Sí, es horrible, ¿no? Terrible. Y drogas también aquí.
Ya droga.
Y ese área es peligroso, ¿no?
Aquí es peligroso.
Sí,
Yo
mi
no sé.
primera experiencia en mi calle, la noche pasada, calle Viente. Fue un hombre muy borracho, un alcohólico,
Sí.
en la calle. Sí, yo no siento seguro en esta ciudad.
No. Aquí mucha droga. Aquí.
Muchas drogas.
Mucha droga.
Muchas drogas. Muchos están costarricanos también o otros países,
Sí,
Venezuela, o inmigrantes también,
colombianos, salvadoreños, jamaiquinos, de todo hay acá. Panameños.
Panameña también. Panamá tiene problemas similares de Costa Rica, todo de América Central.
Sí.
Tienes problemas al momento, porque de inmigrantes.
Ahora el país que está más bonito es Salvador.
Salvador.
Sí, está muy bien, muy sano.
Sí, Salvador. Yo sé solamente un avión una vez y las playas
Ajá.
por, no sé la palabra, por surfing
Ya.
en el mar, ¿no? Surfing. ¿Es esta prostituta ahí?
Vale.
Sí. Ay, yo quiero a salir San José rápido. Es horrible.
¿Cuántos días va a estar en Jacob?
Oh, al momento no sé, depende de hoteles o atmósfera ahí.
Va a estar
Por el
aquí.
momento ya 1, 2, 3 días.
Ok.
Depende. Si es muy bonita,
Sí.
yo puedo mantener ahí, pero
Jacob muy bonito, muy tranquilo, sí.
muy tranquilo.
Sí,
¿Es seguro
sí.
más o menos?
En
Depende.
la noche mucha droga, mucha
Muchas
fiesta.
drogas y fiestas en la noche.
Sí.
Entonces es necesario por un hotel muy quieto, ¿no?
Sí. Ahora están llenos los hoteles por mucha gente por ser Semana Santa.
Ajá.
Viaja mucho turista.
Personas con problemas.
Problemas, sí.
Un jefe de prostitutas aquí,
Ajá.
una prostituta. It's such a shame that the reputation in such a short space of time of Costa Rica in general, but the taxi driver was just saying, as you probably heard, but he was saying Panama, there's people from Panama here. It seems the only place he was saying was San Salvador is actually really beautiful, which I mean the whole countries, all the countries are beautiful. It's just that what's happening in these cities and with the general state of people's finances, with it's worldwide. The descent of man is just fucking off the scale nowadays. It's just pathetic. But this is the first place I felt just like I just don't want to be here since Cape Town in 2007.
Turistas.
Grupos por seguridad, ¿no?
Sí.
Pura vida. Son café ahí, ¿no? Sí, es un muy bonito lugar,
Parque
pero...
Morazán.
Social...
Parque Morazán. Muy bonito. Este era un hotel de puras prostitutas.
Oh, no.
El Rey.
Hotel Rey es famoso por prostitutas, ¿no? ¿Y cuánto cuesta una prostituta aquí?
De 150 a 100 dólares.
De 100.
$200.
$200. $200.
Sí. Mucha plata.
$1,200. $200. Más o menos... ¿cuánto es? Pues es mucho. En colones.
Sí.
Es,
$200.
más o menos...
120,000 colones.
¿Cuánto?
120,000 colones.
120,000. 120,000 colones. For a prostitute. Pero es legal, ¿no? En Costa Rica. Prostitución
sí,
es legal.
sí, aquí.
Sí, fue en internet muy sorprendente, fue un sorprendente para mí.
Sí.
Yeah, prostitution is actually legal here. So much for Catholic morals, Catholic country morals, where prostitution's legal. What does that tell you about the power of the drug trade? Jeez, man.
Aquí comida mariscos.
No, a mí no gusta mariscos.
No gusta
Yo quiero
marisco, ok, comida,
sí,
cazado.
pollo.
Ok, aquí restaurante muy bueno.
Nuestra tierra. Yo fui
tierra.
aquí. Sí, ok, yo puedo.
Aquí.
Sí, yo sé. Ok, señor.